Where did the Daniel fast come from? It all starts with the life of Daniel from the Bible. Maybe you know Daniel from the famous encounter in the lion's den or the fiery furnace. Or if you're more of a biblical scholar, you may focus on his life of prayer and his gift of prophecy to the church. Any way you slice it, his life was extraordinary. But what many people miss is that Daniel's success was not only rooted in prayer, but also his ability to guard his health. His spirit was strong, but so was his dedication to eating the foods that nourished his body. That allowed him to have the mental and physical fortitude to carry out his calling. He was a mover and shaker in his time, just like you are in yours. The prophet Daniel and his 3 friends were handpicked to be taken into the king's service for 3 years. They were trained in linguistics and culture. The king required that all students be healthy, handsome, smart, wise, educated, and fit to serve in the royal palace. But he also decreed that they, quote, eat the same food and wine that I am served. Most historians agree that the king's diet would have consisted mostly of meat and alcohol, which also may be served up to idols. Daniel wanted nothing to do with idolatry. He resolved to eat only what God wanted his people to eat. So he asked the king's chief official for permission to be exempt from the royal dietary requirements. The chief official was uneasy about this request because if Daniel and his friends ended up looking worse than their peers, the official would be punished by execution. Knowing this, Daniel proposed an experiment. He said, for 10 days, let us only eat vegetables and water at mealtime, and when the 10 days are up, compare how we look with the other young men and decide what to do with us. The chief official agreed, and 10 days later, Daniel and his friends looked 10 times healthier than their peers who have been eating the king's diet. Daniel also fasted and refined his diet on another occasion when he was greatly concerned for his people. Through these partial fasts, he and his friends gained wisdom, spiritual understanding, insight, answered prayer, godly favor, as well as better appearance and health. Today, the church worldwide has adopted the Daniel fast to a 21 or 31-day fast aimed at starting off the new year with prayer and fasting. Essentially, the Daniel fast is a whole food plant-based diet. You can check the link in this video to see more about that. The Daniel fast, a bridge to healthy living, takes Daniel fast one step further by specifically tailoring the fast to improve physical health through spiritual connection. The goal is the same as the Daniels, being healthy for a purpose. Daniel was only a teenager when he took a stand regarding his diet. Daniel's early commitment to optimal health equipped him to carry out his purpose well into his 90s with spiritual and mental clarity. This is so relevant today. We still face challenges when we make decisions about our health and what we will feed our families. We're also tempted by unhealthy offerings. We still need our bodies to carry us through challenges, both earthly and divine. Studies have linked the standard American diet to the crisis we face with chronic illness, which saps our ability to carry out our purpose at our highest potential. To validate Daniel's experience, studies have shown that a whole food plant-based diet can prevent, improve, and even reverse common chronic illnesses. Not only is it important to understand where the Daniel fast came from, but it is crucial to understand the meaning, where it wants you to go. If Daniel's story inspires you, challenge yourself and participate in the Daniel fast. Have your own story to tell. If you feel overwhelmed, you could always start small. Check out the 4-day challenge that is linked to this video. The truth is that God has a purpose for everyone, but He needs us healthy.